Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Last game for the Warriors, the loss to the Celtics. So Detroit will get the first possession. Now, here's Cunningham. Duren a screen. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Here's Ivy. Duren. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is Duren showing you his #1 strength. This is one of the top offensive rebounders in this league.
Garnett, the screen. Duren pulls it in. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Jalen Duren has certainly forced him in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Now Cunningham. After the missed three from Buddy Hield. Harris a screen. To the middle. Garnett with the block. Here's SGA. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
All of that work that Gilgeous-Alexander has put into his shot is paying off. We've really seen Shea take that lead.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Shot by Hield, nobody around. And that comes off the assist by SGA.
And this is how confident Hield is. Knows he's capable of torching the D off the catch.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. I asked him what he told his guys before going up against Joel Embiid, and he said, quote, I told them to get into him. Always get a hand up and do your best to guard without fouling. Embiid excels at baiting defenders, but we can't afford to give him 3 points at the line. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
Well, Harris can be a reliable long-range option, and his team does what they can to get him clean looks.
Ivy with the bucket.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
They kick out to Hield. Embiid the screen. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Garnett. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Cunningham. Nice shot by SGA. SGA's got his second basket of the night.
And forget the analytics. I'll take SGA from mid-range any day of the week.
Cunningham's shot is off.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The Pistons leading. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Detroit, no good that time either. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Cunningham outside. Inside. And Duren slams it in.
And that is playing big down in the paint. Duren focused and flushing it home.
Here's SGA. It's hauled in by Harris.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Now Cunningham lets it go with the 3. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Here's Ivy. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Pistons lead by 4. Live from Little Caesars Arena. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Detroit.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it. A nice pass by the rookie Bailey. They love seeing Ace set up others.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Here's Thompson, and Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
It's stolen by Strus. Down low. Here's Kuminga. Drives to the hoop. And the slam dunk. By Dillingham.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And 10, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons key by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also can become a great defensive team.
With the drive. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Bowl. 5 on the clock. Goes up the baseline. The shot comes out.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Plays it up and banks it in. Bulls got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, inside, Bulls does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back to you, Kevin.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. To the paint. To the inside. Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Screen by Bull. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Over Bailey. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Healed outside. Connects from three-point range. Heald's got 6.
And never shying away from a 3. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. 1:09 left in the first half of the game. SGA on the wing. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
Rebound, Detroit. Cunningham, left side. Down low. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Well, the passing ability of Cunningham is top shelf, and sometimes even an overlooked part of his game.
Hield from outside. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backcourt. At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Pistons on top as they end the second quarter on a 12-3 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Warriors trailed by 8. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages. But they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Warriors on D. That's tipped. SGA with the steal. Oh, so fast in transition. Gilgeous-Alexander gets it done.
Out in the open floor, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of the most dangerous players in this league.
Fires from the wing. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter. Duren a screen. It's Cunningham with the drive. And he gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Hield outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Hield's got 9.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Duren a screen. Cunningham gets the bucket.
That is a soft touch on the teardrop. And shots like that are what make Cunningham such a tough cover.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by SGA.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
Back to Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ivy. Duren down low. Missed inside. Warriors trailed by 3. Now here's Hield. Garnett high post. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And And you think of the different styles of play, Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. Pistons leading by 3. Pass to Ivy. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Ivy's got 7 points.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
To the left wing, and Bull wide open. He shoots, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Reigns.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Bailey misses. Warriors trailed by 3. Here's Dillingham. Inside. It's Exum on the wing. Now Dillingham for the tie. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Thompson outside. Warriors with the rebound. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will be the 5th game of the 6-game road trip. To the left side wing. .55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Dillingham. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pushing it up. Bailey with a wide-open look. And Bull pulls it down. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Stewart. On the wing, Thompson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the shot goes down.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Dillingham. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, that's an explosive move right there, and it was perfectly timed.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And stolen by Coulibaly. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pistons ahead. They lead by 1. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. It's a 1-point game. Pass to Duren. Embiid with the steal. In the corner, it's Hield to take the lead. Headshot off. Driving in. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
Here's SGA. From down in the low post, it goes. That's 12 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Ivy. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Embiid from deep. Green. Here's Koulibaly. And it's blocked by SGA. Hield from outside. Drills it from outside. Hield's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off on them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
And Duren slams it in.
And what's great about Duren's production is it's consistent and he plays to his strength.
Embiid knocks it home from distance.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now Koulibaly. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Team second. Coming on to the floor, your Pistons,
6 on the shot clock. Harris looking it over. Garnett pulls it down.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
SGA. Oh, what a finish.
And this team is counting on SGA in these exact situations. He is the man in their key offensive moments.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
Allie, thank you so much. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. .153 left in the fourth quarter. Embiid inside. There's Embiid with the dunk.
Joel Embiid coming up big. So reliable in the clutch.
Now Stewart. There's the three. Green rips down the board.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
And so they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. It's good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
And the layup is off. Pistons trailed by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, this is where you are going to lean on your go-to scorer.
Now Harris, pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
And that's a guy who has a lot of experience in big moments. Harris got it done when it mattered most.
Here's Hield. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pocket 6. Now Embiid puts it up. And Harris will pull it down. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ratzler's a 3. And there's the 3.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Both teams will make substitutions.
For your Pistons, first squad.
Here's Bailey. Cunningham. No good from three. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks.